Hey everybody, welcome to Wednesday night, late night Dungeon Fight Bloodlords campaign, Pathfinder 2nd edition. We're
God.
all here except for Ginger, who is not feeling well tonight, so her role will be taken over by to be decided.
I'm gonna
Nobody
make you
has
guys
really
fight for it.
yet. I'm not fighting.
No.
1 hero point.
Oh
What?
joy!
No.
Thanks.
I don't see that on mine.
I cast
That doesn't
paralysis.
count.
I spend my hero point to make you reroll hero points.
That's not how that works.
The last thing I see is
These are
that
our rules. We make them up.
This is
The
my
last thing
world, and you're stuck in it for now.
what I currently see is that there's 33 hero points tonight
Uh,
based on what Lydia rolled.
but Lydia doesn't roll hero points.
I'm just saying it wouldn't be the first time that you've rolled as a character on accident.
But I
Well,
didn't.
you're right. Lydia doesn't roll hero points, so that means you're gonna have to reroll.
Lydia didn't roll it. I rolled it.
I don't see the don't see the roll.
Well, look at stream then, because it's there.
It's a 1.
I don't believe it. I feel
No,
like that's
It's
fake
fine.
news.
Just don't
We
use
don't
it.
need the hero points as much on this stream. They're handy, but we can generally get away with 1 or 2. It's the other stream where we need every single fucking hero point that we can get our grubby little paws on.
Yes.
Oh, Foundry, what is your problem?
That it's Foundry.
All right, so who wants to be the blender this week?
I mean, I have a basic idea of what she does continuously, so I could probably run her. I don't have to think about spells to cast all the time.
Downloading world data.
Right, don't get her
Yeah,
killed.
you tumble through
I
into a
don't-
stab.
I don't get people killed.
You should be able
Allegedly.
to move her token about the
You get
cabin.
yourself killed.
I would know if the game
Oh.
wasn't paused.
Yeah, go ahead and check.
Do you not count as a people?
There we go.
Okay.
All right, what are we doing?
So last week you defeated a lot of undead, and that's basically all you did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
it
took all day.
Mm-hmm.
Took a little while.
Mm-hmm.
The undead are quite tenacious.
Well, see, I just thought since you guys fucked up and lost some influence points, if I made it extra hard, you could get both back instead of 1 back.
Well, you certainly made it extra hard.
Yeah.
How hard is it wasn't hard, it was tedious.
Extra
It was
annoying.
extra tedious.
It was hard at first when we were just fighting into the tanks. And then it became tedious after that once the main damage dealers went down.
I don't know, just continually raining arrows down upon you was fun for me.
Oh, too bad they weren't arrows, they were javelins.
True dat.
Alright. But yeah, we basically came back to be like, alright, killed Skelly boys.
Yeah, she tells you cool things. And I do believe you guys had a bunch of heads you, just dumped on the floor, right?
Oh yeah, no, we open up the bag of holding and just fucking heads just start rolling out. Just reaching there and grabbing them. Stump is robotically pulling heads out of the bag.
Point proven. Thank you.
Hold on, there is more.
Job well done.
I'm not done.
Impressive, really.
It puts his foot on the bag and pulls out one of the big skulls.
Some of them were too big to put in the bag, unfortunately. You'd have to go and find those yourself.
I think I believe you at this point.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Thanks for taking care of that.
Glad we could help.
Yeah, much appreciated.
Juice pulls out 1 small undead fang and puts it on.
Right on top of the pile.
Yeah, you were in the back most of the time, weren't you?
That's the safest place on the battlefield.
Yeah, the battlefield's not about being safe. Maybe you should have stayed in the library.
Well, you know, when you cast fireball in the library, the librarians tend to have an issue with that.
Do you? Okay, so I heard about this guy that's been going around saying fireball, and all he does is like this tiny little poof of fire.
It's called a feint.
I mean, technically, it's still a ball of fire.
It's
So I think that would.
so it's you.
Well, no, not necessarily me. But if somebody were to throw a ball of flaming fire, I would call that fireball.
Deception, bitch.
uh,
Uh,
I love how I tried to help it be like it's technically a feint. He's just saying big fireball, and it's not. Therefore, they're confused.
Hold on, I have skills in
And then he just
deception.
steamrolled over
Skills.
my help. Oh my god! You know what? I have a thing for this. I'm just gonna hang on.
Hi. What? Ow. Hello. A stretch. Oh, big stretch. Oh, it's a big stretch.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that counts.
Oh, so she just will saves?
Well, here's the thing.
I don't know if that counts.
I was gonna say it's not a saving throw technically,
Oh, yeah, it's not.
No.
but I have
It is a critical fail though.
I have this. Either that or where's the other one? Where'd it fucking go? I have another thing where it's like maybe it was this one.
I like the tense music for the situation.
Yeah. No, I guess I just make a deception check against.
Yeah, so just target her and do, yeah.
All right. I am slightly better at this. Where'd it go? There. Well, I don't know.
Alright, hold on, let me open her thing. I finally figured out where the fuck it puts this, and I've already forgotten.
Class DC? I don't know where it would put these things.
Yeah, their sheets are different.
Oh.
Hey, stop scratching up my chair, you little shit.
Yeah, you know what?
Dare you? Just because you're standing up there doesn't make you special.
Yeah, let's say yes.
I got a furry little parrot.
We'll say yes? Alright.
Yeah.
So, yeah, at least their attitude towards us will not decrease as a result of him failing critically.
Right. Anyway, you guys look a little, well, most of you look a little beat up. If you need to, hang out, rest, you can do that here.
I mean, yeah, that would be greatly appreciated. If there's a particular corner you'd like us to occupy while we're hanging out.
You can just grab a tent. Everybody kind of rotates around wherever they can grab a spot to sleep.
Perfect. I appreciate it. 'Cause yeah, no, in pain severely. So is our I just point over at the blender who is badly injured. Like I'm badly injured. She's badly injured. She's near the near death mark.
Juice has his notepad out. Clack, does it actually hurt really bad? Do your bones ache?
So there is that, but also just I can feel some slight
Do
life
you
essence.
feel?
can feel colors.
I can sense.
Yeah, but that's different from feeling. Can you feel?
I
mean, I've
don't
got
know.
all this flesh and,
It's
and
not.
meat
It's
and
not a
stuff.
touch.
That helps me feel.
It's
Can
not
you
a.
feel?
It's not a touch feel. It's like mana
Like you
feel.
just
Like
get the whole in the handful feel.
sort like how you feel mana when you're casting magic. I feel that leaking out of the cracks in my bones.
You see a look of like sudden concern come over Juice's face. It almost looked intrigued, but then it changed to like horror. It's like you're
Hey yo, what the fuck?
your bones shouldn't be leaking mana. Have you seen
I've seen
a
several
bone
reanimators at this point.
tender? Someone to tend to your bone?
There is me. That is it.
No, you can't tend your own bone.
No, but I can eat some of the bones.
You can eat some
from
bone.
that the you know all those skeletons we just beat, and I pull out like a couple of hand bones.
So there's
and
a
I start
lady in
munching on them like they're
Otari
M&Ms.
who's looking for people just like you.
Sometimes it doesn't have to be people like me. It could be dead bodies that haven't been reanimated.
You wouldn't tend to those bones. Those are dead bones. You need a living, thriving bone.
Aren't all bones dead?
I'm not. No, there are definitely living bones,
But
but
those are usually inside of people. Like the ones you find on the ground aren't like, doing their taxes. They're dead bones.
Right. You shouldn't tend to those bones.
doing
Right.
taxes. I just look and I'm like, I don't know. This is Geb. That might be a thing.
Stump, you're not wrong. Those are tax-free bones.
I'm like, my bones are dead and they still pay taxes.
Not
This is some
everybody
bullshit.
gets to experience a tax-free bone, but when you do,
Oh no. Say that. Oh god. Damn everything.
Tax-free bone.
But yeah, no,
oh, where were we? Sleeping arrangements. Right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
As long as you keep that bone away from me, we're fine.
Huh.
Yep, that's why I'm leaving. All right. I'll just come hang out in this tent over here. Take a fucking nap. Get healed up.
Do you sleep better if you collapse?
I don't know. I haven't tried it.
It was just a thought. I don't. I mean, I know a lot about bones and tending to bones, but I don't know about resting.
I come
bone.
into a tent and collapse and see if it helps. Because technically, I stay like this and I cannot act except to stand, which reforms me into my skeleton standing position. And and I don't think resting is the same as acting. So it's literally the action of not acting.
Oh my god. Just
So I
find a
collapse in the
fucking
tent.
tent, long rest, get all your spell slots and your HPs back. I'm trying to this is ridiculous. So it says a certain thing happens when you guys get enough influence, but it doesn't tell me what enough influence is.
So, with your collective knowledge of this module, how far would you say we are between starting and the quarter mark and starting in the half mark?
Of influence?
Yes.
And
then the 3/4 mark.
Like you're like the quarter mark with this group of
right,
people.
that doesn't sound like enough influence.
No, it's not. No. Yeah. But like, so some stuff can only happen when you have all the influence. And some stuff like can happen really early on, and it literally tells you at each level of influence what you get. This is the one thing it doesn't fucking tell you. Yeah, it's just really weird. Like, it spells pretty much everything out.
Well, how many? Okay, well, I mean, I don't know the exact breakdown of the influence, but I would gauge it on the order in which it lists the things is probably the order in which the influence you need is obtained. So, like, the very first thing wouldn't require a whole lot of influence, but the very last thing would.
Well, yeah.
Um,
The only thing that throws it off, though, is that it's listed by the areas on the map. And it's one of the first areas
so
on
we
the
don't, if we don't have a certain amount of influence when we enter a certain area, we don't get, the thing. Okay.
Yeah.
So that means we just have to walk around and
You cut out.
we could walk around to the areas that we do have good influence. How would we know? I don't know.
So
But,
yeah, so like you can walk around any part of the camp that you guys want. Like, you have free reign to walk around the camp. The influence basically is like the friendliness of these people and what they're willing to do to help you out.
Mm-hmm.
And what information they're willing to give you. So it's the same thing with the other group from the salt mines. So
Yeah.
like, the more you guys did to help them out, and the more like you did for them, then like the more information you got and the more welcoming they were. And the more stuff you got, like at the end you got all the good loot. It's the same thing. Because at the end,
can we raise our influence with these people higher? And is there a higher reward?
yeah,
I would like to see if they need help repairing any gear. I know they're travelers, and they may not have
The
all
other
their
thing,
stuff. Maybe if they need help
There's
fastening spikes. I see some spikes over here.
There's also a very large purple person.
yeah, that was never explained.
okay, yes, I'll show this person to... Oh shit, nope, I just opened up the whole back end. Okay.
Oh, we've seen her before, yeah.
Yeah,
She's,
so
like, friends with the dragon, right?
she is, no, she's not friends with the dragon. She's a celestial. And I believe she is there. Let me make sure. But I think she's like the head of their fucking guard or some shit.
But yeah, the other camp had a second quest for us after their first one that was going to get them to leave. So that's what we're trying to unlock here.
Hey, GM, is anybody using these boxes right here?
Hold on, let me close this. What boxes? Oh, those ones in front of you? I mean, it's a bunch of, like,
I just need,
goods.
like, the top. I make, like, a little hand-painted sign and said, free armor repair.
They have, like, a whole, like, armory tent repair.
Go hang out with that guy. Maybe he can use your help.
Yeah, I'll hang out with that guy. Is that in here?
Yeah, so in here, is this person visible?
Nobody's visible.
There you go. So in here is Zalia. And she is Gonzi, a humanoid Gonzi.
Does she have mushrooms on her face?
I don't think so.
Grandma, what big feet you have?
She like trying to avoid stepping on hot coals? What the hell?
Excuse me, sir?
Got some size 14 loafers over here.
I'm sorry. They are a non-binary Gonzi human quartermaster.
Good for them.
Well, Juice doesn't really care much for humans.
But yeah,
not
so
great.
they basically have all of the weaponry and all that good shit.
What is this area?
What's this
Down
building?
here. This is stables and paddocks. So animal stench suffices hastily erected buildings. Wooden straw on the floor, separated by wooden partitions. A fenced enclosure nearby contains stubbly grass where docile zebras and domesticated riding dinosaurs graze. That would be right here.
I don't see any of these things.
Well, no, I don't.
Fine.
Theater of the mind sheet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm just fucking.
Harnesses and ropes hang from hooks, including an armored harness that stands out from the rest. And if you guys search around in here, you can find something.
Yeah, I search around it.
Okay, great.
I do my poking around. Oh my god.
Yeah, so you can talk to Zalia if you want, Juice.
Oh yeah, I'll talk. Yeah, hello. We've been introduced to your leader, lady, so and so,
Rhino.
Rhino. Yes,
Lady
Mhm.
Rhinoplasty.
and she mentioned that if any aid was needed around the camp, it might be in the weapons and armor maintenance.
She told you I needed your help.
No. She said if there was any need, it may be here. She didn't say you necessarily needed it.
I don't need anybody's help.
Oh, okay.
Does it
Can I
look...
take a-
Does it...
Can I take a quick glance at her stuff?
Yeah. Her stuff is impeccable. You can tell she is extremely detail oriented. Everything is super clean, super organized. Like you can't find a flaw in any of it.
And you starts like taking notes and how many people did you say were here?
2 or 3 dozen.
He writes that down. And he like looks down like the armor lines and the weapon. And he writes those down.
And what are you writing?
I'm taking notes
About
efficiency.
efficiency.
Yeah.
Why?
Yo,
I look over and I'm
and like he walks
"Juice,
up
this is
next
why
to
you
her
won't walk away
and
without me."
he walks up next to her and he just like displays his arms. And he's like, "Look at, do you not see the beauty in what you've created here? Look at
Did you just call me a Nazi?
line by line, dress right, everything in its place, nothing amiss. You know how hard that is, especially in a camp like this? You are truly amazing."
Yeah, you're gonna need to roll something there, buddy, to see if she buys your bullshit.
Maybe he's being honest.
It depends if it's.
If
I have diplomacy or deception.
if you're trying to pull one over on her, deception. If you genuinely mean it, you may roll diplomacy.
My diplomacy, I do mean it, but my diplomacy is worse, so I'll try it.
I'll give you a +2 if you genuinely mean it.
That's what I'm missing off my deception.
That's not bad.
Okay. Well, yeah, I know. I mean, I know it looks good. It's kind of like my thing. Do you know what these people do to this equipment in these conditions?
Look, I've got an android, an automaton. I'm not quite sure what he is, but he goes through parts like you wouldn't. I mean, he's tough as nails, but the hits he takes would literally end a person like you or me in 1 or 2 hits. This not sure what he is or what he's made of, but
I call over from the other side of the tent. No, that's just you.
Yeah, it's just you. I think I can take more of a hit than you think. But I get what you're saying. Yeah, they tear shit up. They don't care in an environment like this.
yes. They don't see the need for organization and proper record maintenance and it'll be fine. I'll go another 2 days without doing it. And then it breaks and they go, "Why didn't you help me?"
Yeah, as if they shouldn't just have brought it in to get fixed in the first place.
Right, when they noticed it, yes.
But clearly it's my fault that it's fucked up, yeah.
Every time.
No, I understand what you're saying.
This somehow started as like fighting each other and turned into bitching about our parties.
Yeah, it's going
Somebody might
from...
hate you, but when you talk shop, you know.
Hey, look, a lot of it. I think our people on both sides. I think they're a little overconfident in the gear provided, and they don't quite understand how key proper maintenance is. Because your chest plate strap fails. That's the Minotaur's axe isn't going to stop just because your chest plate strap broke. You got to take care of that, and they don't care. I know you see it.
They don't know. They run off and do whatever they want and think that, oh, it'll magically fix itself. No, it doesn't magically fix itself. We just do it when they're
No.
not fucking paying attention so they don't die. Because they die because the equipment failed. It's our fucking fault.
And we gotta hear it forever. Oh, the families are upset. That's not my fault. Okay, your people were lazy and they didn't do their shit.
You ship them back in parts. The people, I mean.
So I know you're not from here, but the most useful thing you can get out of a dead body is their body. They put them back to work. They till the fields. They handle the cattle, the livestock, and it's all free.
Wait, I'm sorry. That sounds like slave labor.
And no, they're dead. So technically, it's not.
So it's undead slave labor.
Well, since the undead don't technically, lesser undead don't technically have free will. It's fine.
Well, you're undead and your bony friend over there is undead.
Yes, we're greater undead.
So now it's classist undead slave labor.
Well, unfortunately, that's due to the rules of magic, which are far out of my,
ability to change.
Yeah.
Sure.
If necromancy didn't work the way it did, we wouldn't use it in the way we do now,
I mean, do you have to use it? I mean, you exist without it, right?
I don't.
I do, but I mean, technically, I don't.
I just wave my head. I'm like, no, I don't. I'd
But
fall apart.
we
and be
provide a
completely
lot
dead.
of food to the living humans and other living creatures.
Mm.
I sing songs.
And the amount of food we provide, we distribute to continents. We're not just feeding ourselves here. We're feeding the masses. Can you really put a price on lesser undead for feeding the masses? Peasants deserve to starve because an undead was working when it was already dead?
No, noble cause. Got it. I'm sorry. A little distraction here. You said that's greater undead, and she points at Clack.
Yep.
It's a loose term.
It means I have a soul.
It just means that the undead have sentience. It doesn't mean that they're necessarily greater than.
Got it.
Sentience, not intelligence.
Yes.
Well, at least he's aware.
Well,
why are you yelling into that building?
I'm in the building.
He is in the building.
Why are you yelling?
Because I can.
You can notice the greater undead. Look at him. He doesn't even notice the symmetry of the swords, the arrows polished on the racks, the armor. Look at those straps. He doesn't notice it. Let's see. This is why we don't bring everybody into the armory, because they don't.
I mean, to be quite honest, his equipment is shit.
As
you've done nothing about that.
As they're talking, I'm pulling out the spirit sight crossbow. I was like, oh, I was wondering, how do you take care of this thing? And I pull out my fucking uncommon magical teleportation crossbow.
And I stop her right there. I've known this skeleton for ever. And this is the first time he's ever asked about maintenance. Don't listen to him.
Point it at yourself.
He doesn't even use it.
I know how it works. I just don't know how to take care of it. I don't know how to make it better. I found it on the ground at one point, and now I have it, but I don't know how to take care of it. And I haven't run into anyone who would actually know how to take care of it, as far as I'm aware.
Juice just gives you the most obscene side eye. that you could.
I,
Stinkiest of
look,
eyes.
There,
I look dead back at him like, how much do you know about crossbows
More
compared
than
to
you.
magic?
Everything.
He's got
That's
a
a
pretty high
lie.
crafting score.
he does, yeah.
Having a high craftsman score does not mean he knows everything about crossbows. It means he knows about how to
It's
make
a
things
block of
work.
wood with a spring and a string.
This one shoots into the ethereal plane.
Magic.
Right.
Huh. A
I-
magician might know something about magic.
Right. Your
What's your
wizard, who is
arcana
also
looking
a
at?
crafter.
What's your arcana looking like, Juice? Got a
It's
plus 1 to that?
It's a +3.
Oh. And to be fair, I have a crafting of +0, so there's no good way out of this for Clack. Just so we know.
I don't think my crafting. I have a plus 11 to crafting. Which makes sense because I'd probably have to put myself back together.
Just don't ask me to do a pull-up because my athletics is a -1.
Oh, I just imagine this lady and Juice just leaning on the counter, just very lowly talking shit about the customers in the store.
I'm like, I've got this, and then since we're talking about it, he's like, oh yeah, I have some stuff, and she has like a shadow dagger, a cold iron rapier,
Now
Fucking-
that's good equipment.
fucking shoes of the moon.
She's
Look at the fit. Look at her. Like, Lydia looks excellent. I tailored all of them.
I mean, your cloak looks 10 out of 10, my friend.
Wait, have you seen the back
He,
though?
he looks at her and he turns around. He's like, this is the one item that I had no hand in.
It was a gift.
Well, Stump walks in. The spare parts tent.
Stump walks in, like, Juice is like half bent over, like stretching the robe around his ass.
With like a spin.
Are there any magical properties to the juicy?
Every now and then, if an enemy tries to take me from behind, there's a chance
Whoa.
to get dazzled.
Hey,
Cannon.
Oh, that need. What's the? Hang on, we need a roll chance on that. What's the roll chance on it?
10%.
10%. All right.
10%.
All right.
But
so,
only from behind.
Only
So they have
only
to
if
roll,
they have sneak.
they have to roll, and if they roll a 1 or a 2, nothing. They get
They are
dazzled.
dazzled.
Oh, that's phenomenal.
I love it. Add it. Make a
Mhm.
note, somebody.
Put it in the notes of the item. Do it.
Hey, listen, when the DM gives you free bonuses, you take them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's great. I love that.
So have you ever crafted your own item from scratch, or do you just modify the gear they bring you?
I usually use materials, not scratches.
Well, this is Granny's hedge trimmer. I got it from my granny. This is like big ass scythe with like a little pair of scissors on it.
You don't actually use that, do you?
Not well, no.
Yeah.
I think he's tried maybe twice.
If somebody's up in my face and I'm out of shit, yeah, Granny's hedge trimmer's coming out.
That's when you know shit's serious.
That's what he.
Well,
Oh,
You know-
what do I own that I made?
Bunch of
Potions.
alchemist stuff.
yeah, probably.
Yeah, some spell scrolls, mostly spell scrolls and consumables, because those are most needed.
Well, I mean, you could bring Stump over and point out where you fixed, but that really isn't gonna make you look any better because
He's the first of the Junkman series, so yeah.
yeah, he's just a bunch of busted up shit
The Junkman
welded
series.
together, fucking medieval duct tape and shit. So
Well, I'm sorry. I never got your name.
Oh, mm, and he looks at Clack and Lydia, and he looks back at her and he says, "My name is Romulus Marius Juice." He gives her a big old wink. Well, Denaris, at your service.
Well,
We were prepared.
Romulus? Is it, or is that what you prefer to go by? What do you guys call him? That's a long ass name.
I call
Juice.
him Hey You.
My
Juice,
my
juice
friends
box.
call me Marius. The ladies call me Juice.
Okay, Juice. Look, if you're,
We call him Juice Box.
I've never once called him Marius.
is it because you slurp from him?
No.
It is
I
impossible for him to
refuse.
slurp. He does not have the correct anatomy. He is nothing but bones and sadness.
Look, if you're ever trying to craft something, I believe that I've found some strange rock growths around the Stone Sisters. And I've made this prototype sword, and she pulls out this sword and starts showing it to you. And it's pretty like impressively carved stone.
And what kind of rock is this?
Uh,
You said it grows on the people who are turned to stone.
it grows around the Stone Sisters. And she will give you this. I'm gonna drop it on your inventory. I call it Sister Stone. I mean, I've got really nothing better else to call it, but I imagine it could be quite interesting.
How creative. That sounds Sandy Snatchian right there.
Huh. Like Juice is like holding it, he's like tossing it between hands. There's a strange, like he sniffs it real. What is this? I find it slightly repulsive. Is this to ward off the undead? Is this?
Well, I've been trying to quite figure out what it'll do, but I think it might. I mean, clearly you're undead, but I know you just kind of killed a bunch of undead, so I'm not really sure how it's going to work. If you're undead and they're undead. But you could give it a shot.
I mean, whatever it is, I don't particularly like it. It just makes me feel icky.
What about your bony friend over there? Would it make him, or the thing that's not really real? You called it a robot?
An
How dare you?
automaton.
I am not a robot.
Automaton. I'm not from here.
You don't have automatons where you're from?
I've not seen that before, no.
Really? Look at this. And he like goes to like pat Stump's arm, and like a little like bolt or something falls off. It's like, you don't have these?
Do you try?
I need that.
Do you try and hide it?
No.
Bolt falls off and like a little tendril comes out.
I pick it up.
Wraps around it, pulls it back in.
Hey, Juice looks at Stump and goes, if you could do that, why did it fall out in the first place?
It's not part of me. It's part of the shell. I can't pay attention all the time.
Ah. So you're like a homogeneous mass of whatever in there?
Would
He's
you
a
like
mollusk.
to see?
Which I thought
He looks back at the girl, and then he looks back at Stump. He's like, yes.
So Stump lifts the visor on his helmet, and what's in there could best be described as like a bowl of greenish purple pasta with like some eye things in it. There's no skin. There's no flesh of any kind. It's like if you pulled a clam out of its shell. It's very gross and wet looking, and yet it all looks like it's made of plant matter.
He's a
So
tree muscle.
he's vines?
Well, that's his head. If he
Huh.
opens up his chest
I
plate,
thought this
there's a
whole
massive
time.
purple stump in there about the size of a human thigh, and it's just got all these vines and shit coming off of it that go and form his muscles and the rest of his body.
Junkman, you never said that your junk face was just a junk face.
You never asked.
So how are you even speaking? Is it telepathy? Do you speak?
I imitate the sounds you creatures make with your mouth holes and vibrate parts of my anatomy to produce the similar sound.
Yeah, but how do you enunciate the, like the real hard stuff? Like,
How do you make the tuh sound?
how do you roll the
Practice.
R?
I've
Lots
never heard him roll an R.
of practice.
Can you roll an R?
I do not understand.
No, he definitely can. He turns back to he says, "This is the problem with modern day automatons. They can't quite do it. You can never pass one off well enough for like a real, if you need to infiltrate something and."
I mean, nothing about him looks real, but I get what you're saying. I guess maybe if
Well,
you had a
you
really
can-
good disguise kit, or if you skinned somebody and put their skin on him.
We could definitely skin something. There's plenty of corpses around.
Are you trying to drape your flesh on my skin?
Not my flesh, no.
Not my flesh either. I need that. Did you want to
Don't
have
ma-
flesh draped on you? We can do that.
No, I do not need.
You want to
that.
know what it's like to feel warm?
I do not.
It's really quite cozy.
Couldn't you just
Probably
put him
full-
under a heat lamp to find out what it's like to
The
be
only
warm? He's a
thing-
plant.
Yeah, but is that the same as a soft blanket on your skin?
I mean, well, a good blanket is good.
That's
Fresh out of the dryer.
living a undead. A good blanket's a good
A
blanket.
good blanket, fluffy, warm.
Eh?
Enough about that. By the way, did you need help with anything? Are you all right here? Did you need us
yeah.
to find
Yeah.
anything? Do you have anything that's outstanding that you just don't feel like doing?
Was that gathering Sister Stone?
I mean, no, I'm actually pretty, I'm pretty good. I mean, you can check out there with the other guards and shit. I don't really, I like to work solo.
Fair. And just like, I feel you, bruh. I feel you.
The only thing you flesh bags are good for to me is germinating my spawn.
She looks at Juice with the biggest what the fuck face.
Well, at least you didn't.
Juice
include
looks
me in
back
that.
at her with the same face.
At least you didn't include me.
He leans in and whispers, I don't think I've ever seen him reproduce. And if he does, it's not in an obvious manner.
Well, hopefully you don't end up pregnant.
That's not
Again, it's
pollinating
not in an
bees.
obvious manner, so I can't say yes or no.
We're like bees spreading his pollen. That's what he's saying.
You can't. I did not authorize you to spread my pollen, Clack.
No, not your pollen. Stump's pollen. Jeez.
I did not authorize you to spread my pollen.
I wouldn't want to spread your pollen anyways. It is sticky.
Gross.
Oh, and Stumps isn't? Get out of here.
No, I don't think it is. I haven't seen it.
Have you seen bees? That shit sticks to them like glue.
Yeah, because they have like staticky fuzz.
Okay.
I
Do you
think.
have staticky fuzz?
I don't know.
Well,
Well, then I think you're going to have a hard time collecting anything out of anybody's thing.
Let me Let me tell you something. If you've got any arthritic bones, you've got pores going on there, man. Shit's gonna
Listen,
stick.
I don't touch other people's bones. That's not what I do.
Neither one of you understands what the word germinate means.
You've never touched somebody else's bone? You, sir?
I mean, not
The
without
gobbler of
touching
the
it.
most bones I've ever seen in my I know some of the finest harlots in all of Geb. Well, I don't know them, but I've heard of them. And none of them have eaten more bones than you, sir.
I don't know. We haven't compared.
I've been adventuring with you for at least 3 days. And in that time,
Wait a minute. You've gone from knowing me forever to maybe adventuring together 3 days when we've been traveling at least 2 weeks on just this leg of the journey.
sir, you can't tell me you're not out here gobbling as many bones as you can get your hands on. Every chance you get.
That is different.
I've taken 5 damage. I need to eat this whole bone. Hump. We watch it happen every day.
There's a cellar full of bones at home you guys haven't even found.
Phelan, help me. Take the abuse for me for a minute. This is too much.
Oh, kitty.
Kitty cat.
Kitties get no abuse.
Mm-mm. They're perfect.
Okay. I think I've talked shop with this lady. She doesn't
Mhm.
seem to have any available work or needs of any kind, except for a bone, probably. But that's for another day.
I'll come over and talk to the Celestial and to see if they have any knowledge of things we might be able to assist with. I will bring the people who speak Celestial with me. Or at least a person who speaks Celestial now.
Oh, that's right. I did learn that. Yeah, I'll go with you.
Yeah.
What did they change that to? Is it
Empyrean.
Imperial? Yeah, I'll go with you. Clack, come on.
Thanks.
In my most newly developed broken celestial, I introduced Clack and Lydia as what are we? We're not we're just adventurers
Yeah.
for the most part.
We're
Oh.
the Hex Terminators.
Oh,
man.
it is
Come on,
Empyrean
keep up.
now. Okay.
Yeah.
I opened it and the language just didn't say celestial, and then I was like, oh, wait. It changed.
Yeah, to Empyrean.
Yeah.
Lydia also speaks it. The only one who doesn't speak it in the group is the Bard. Bard speaks Droony.
Well, she's
But
not.
first and foremost, I ask her if we're interrupting anything. I don't want to. If she's out here, conducting drills, I don't want to just.
No, we're just taking our break.
Yes. Well, this is my good friend Clack. And he points to the skeleton. I know he looks like this, but he's really helpful. And he wanted to talk to you, but I don't think he speaks the same language as you or I.
Mhm.
But he thinks you're great and would like to help in any way he can, if possible.
The only time that Juice actually compliments Clack is when he can't understand the language. Fucking dickhead. God damn it.
What does Clack think he just said?
Clack sees the finger point at him and is like,
You see a lot of gesturing to you.
yeah, I see gesturing to me in an amount where I'm just like, he's talking shit about me. This is gonna be 10 times harder than it had to be. Which, to be fair, tracks for juice.
She side-eyes Clack and looks you up and down.
It's not that much. I'm short.
What kind of help do you think I'm looking for?
So we're kind of like fixers.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever problem you have, we fix it.
Mm.
So if there's something that you may not want to deal with, but you're willing to pay somebody else to do, or maybe trade an item for a service, that's kind of what we do. We mostly hunt hags, but by the way, have you seen any hags in the area?
I have not, but Rhino did ask us to keep a lookout.
There's a particularly nasty hag that unfortunately has come back from death, which
Seems to be the problem with your land, yeah.
uh, well, uh, coming back from death and being raised in undeath are two very different things.
Mm.
The undead usually till the fields and take care of the livestock and provide bountiful food for the surrounding nations, which is, what Geb's true goal is, to build peace and prosperity. But
Are you sure you're not a fucking celebrant, bro?
no, I like my job reanimating corpses. It's steady work and the pay's not bad. Do you have any? Have you lost anybody? Do you need them back? Did you lose any skilled warriors while you were here?
Mm. You know what? I did have somebody come back and say that they got separated. I mean, they came back, but they got separated and found a bunch of ghouls looking around an old dead tree out in the field. They were transferring goods from a wagon to an opening in the tree. I mean, I'd like to kind of know what the hell happened there.
Oh, yeah. I'd say
You're saying the undead.
we already took care of this.
Was that the place with the tree?
That was the place where the other camp lost their supplies, and the ghouls were just shoving it in a tree because they were all spawning from the tree.
Mm. Did we chop down that tree?
No, I think we might have burned it though.
You didn't burn it, but you did kill literally everything there.
Yeah, everything got dead again.
Oh, right. There's another group here that lost contact with their people. Apparently, they had been killed and turned to ghouls by the time we got there. So we killed them all because ghouls, if you don't know, are very hard to tame if you don't raise them yourselves. So any ghouls found in the wild, you should probably just kill because they'll probably attack you and try to eat your brains or something.
So okay, so you found them and you killed them?
Yes.
So you've
All
already
of them.
okay. So
I told you we're fixers.
okay, but so what happened to okay? The ghouls are dead. That's all.
Yeah.
I guess that solves the problem. I mean,
Yeah, we found some ghouls there. We also found some big bone archer swarm thing, and it really did a number on some of these guys. But being in the back and observing the field and lobbing fireballs from as far as I could, we came out on top.
yeah, you do look like a back of the line kind of fellow.
I have great backdoor aesthetic. It's part of my thing.
Is that what the shiny ass piece is about?
If you look closely at it, you might find yourself lost in the magic. Did she roll a d20 to see if she gets dazed?
Well, are you stretching your ass in her face?
Yeah. I go, if you look close enough, he bends over and stretches.
Excuse me, mind if I ask you a few questions?
Look at the sparkle right between the eye and the sea.
It's like a reverse mooning.
Rolls with that one.
It's a black holing.
So I'm sorry, you said that another group sent you to that tree?
Yes. They're not from here as well.
Yes, I'm quite familiar with who they are. Were you were helping them, working for them?
Again, we are fixers. We are paid to solve problems. If you have a problem that needs solving and you have the currency to provide, then our service is yours. Nothing more, nothing less.
What are they up to?
Leaving.
Praying. They came to collect some stones, and we helped them find the stones they were looking for, and now they're on their way.
They are leaving.
Who's their leader?
Oh.
You know, I prayed with her, and we had this whole experience. It was a little uncomfortable because whatever god they believe in is living, and that kind of energy just doesn't really sit well with us. But we were trying to make a show of good faith.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it could have killed some of us, we still partook, and we like to show our business partners that we are reliable through thick and thin, and that we are not afraid of exposing ourselves to unnecessary danger.
Through all of this, Clack is just like, oh, good, he stopped pointing at me. That must mean he's not talking at least as much shit about me.
So, are you still doing business with them?
I believe they are leaving, so unless they find us out in the field somewhere, I don't suppose we would be in further contact. Is that a problem? Do you need them taken care of? How much money do you have?
I'm.
That is quite the order of questions.
We don't really. Our two groups don't really like each other.
Well, the other party may have mentioned something to that effect. But again, that has nothing to do with us.
Right. So they mentioned to you that we don't really like each other, and then you come to our camp, and you're wandering around, and you've done work for them, and apparently you're friends with them, and you pray with them.
There's nothing we've done for them would not be afforded to yourself.
And you're giving me information about them, so are you giving them information about us?
We didn't know you.
Nobody told us to keep it a secret.
We have not spoken of you because we have not had any reason to. We did not know who you were.
Technically, this is
Until
our
we
first
showed up
time
here.
meeting, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it's our second.
Our second, but we haven't gone and hung out with the other people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You did go help her find the Stone Sisters after you came here.
Not
the first
until
time.
we did. Yeah, but then we did all the stuff for them. So
Yes.
we went back, collected our reward, and now they're we don't need them anymore. They can sit there with their little exclamation
throw them
point over
under
their
the
head
bus,
for the
it's
next player.
fine.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Yes, we do work for anybody. Any paying client can receive our service. There's no special allegiance, no secret alliance or anything of the nature. It's just, although if you do know where the hags are, we will stop what we're doing and go take care of that, because that's our main.
So, if I paid you to just go over there and kill them, you would just do it.
Do you have a problem that needs fixing?
And if they found you and paid you to give them information about our camp, would you do that?
Not if you don't
Have you
want to.
asked us to keep it a secret?
Yeah, we'd quite prefer you don't tell people about our camp.
Oh, well, see, now that's a different stipulation. Since you've asked so nicely, I would not be forthcoming with any information about your camp if questioned.
So basically, if they threaten to tear your little cloak, you're going to tell people.
I will murder them.
They would have a very hard time following through on the threat.
Most
more than
enemies
happy.
don't make it to me. I'll put it that way.
I am more than happy to kill anyone. The only reason I don't is because these people ask me not to.
No, that is actually that is unfortunately true. I just, uh, but then again, I can't join in on this fucking conversation.
You are all fertilizer to me.
He's not wrong. Although I am more long-lived than most. He'll look over to Lydia. Clark's already boned, so he doesn't count as long-lived.
I do prefer the freshly dead. The undead are subpar for my needs.
Jack, you can't
The-
participate as Lydia.
Uh,
The freshly dead weigh so much. It's better when the meat falls off and
I do not bring them with me. I just need them momentarily.
yeah, but you're leaving behind
Okay.
generations of resources every time you just leave a corpse.
in participating as Lydia
Do you
fucking walks
know
off.
the ratio per undead
She's
for
like, "This
food?
is too
Okay.
much. I'm gonna go look
Okay.
for shiny things."
All right. Look,
We can replace 10 farmers with every one undead. You know how much money we'll save?
They will be very upset
I
That's
when the
that
younglings
sounds like
hatch.
the living's problem.
think your domestic dispute can be saved for later.
Oh, right. Did you want us to kill those people?
If they're leaving, I think we're good for now. What were they here for?
They needed some kind of stone or something. We helped them.
They were looking for specific statues, and I believe they got them and are leaving.
Okay. No, I don't need any help from you.
Okay, well, if you see any hags, please let us know.
Hey, Jack.
We'll do on Rhino's orders.
Sorry.
Yep. Welcome back with your
About that.
obnoxious entrance.
And I recount our talk to Clack.
Oh, good. I came back just in time for the recount. 'Cause
And she doesn't she asked if we could kill them. I said yes, but then she doesn't want them killed. So, I guess there's nothing for us to do here.
oh, all right. That's
Let's
weird.
see.
Why did Lydia walk off?
Okay.
Because you made her.
I
you
think the
weirdo.
macroeconomics of farming resources and statistics got the better of her and she had to go.
That sounds like something that would get the better of me too. I appreciate that feeling.
So as you guys are hanging around camp later on in the day, Rhino finds you, or, meets up with you and you guys talk. She tells you that you guys, have basically gained, enough trust with her that if you would like to spar with her team or one of her, guards, that you can, if you guys choose to do that. You can select one weapon to spar with throughout one day of training. If you do that, you gain a +1 status bonus on damage rolls with that weapon until the end of the chapter.
Ooh.
I would like to spar.
Do fists count?
I would love to
Yeah.
have a weapon that I could use and do damage with that would make that happen.
She
I'm
will
more than happy to choose my hand wraps.
She will also tell you, as you guys are chatting, that their reason for being there is to take as many statues as they can from the Field of Maidens and take them back to Hollomunk. And she asks you guys what do you think that the Ghost King Geb would think about them doing this?
Stump shoves Clack in her direction.
Well, the king did that as a punishment, and technically you would be releasing the prisoners from confinement early, essentially a jailbreak.
I assume
I
he would
don't
be
think there's anybody
displeased.
else out here, so nobody's going to tell right away, but you guys are quite living, and some of you are a little divine. So your energies would not be hard to miss.
Although there is a warden of sorts here.
Who?
A warden. If we're calling this a prison, the Medusa lady who can make the statues come to life and attack us is kind of a warden who would definitely notice these statues going missing.
Yes.
That may upset her.
I
I don't know if you would want
yeah.
to fight a bunch of these statues. They
Especially
are
if
relatively obnoxious.
you gather them all into one place on the back of like your carts or something like that.
It sounds like a good way to end up dead.
Do you need them for like research purposes? Because if so, I would take like one or two. I would not try to attract her attention.
I mean, there are people. If we can't revive them, we'd at least like to give them a proper burial.
That is a very tough question.
Do you know how many of them there are? Ballpark. You don't have to give me an exact number.
Oh, at least 100, 200. I mean, I'm
That
sure
seems-
over
It was your people who invaded here. Yo, you pissed. Oh, yeah.
Well, it was our nation, yes.
Did
I
you know
mean-
what was here? Did you know who was here?
I mean, we invaded, yeah. It's kind of the whole point. The whole thing is the undead versus the living has been an ongoing battle, you know?
The lesser undead versus the living. Let's be clear here. We're not all against the living.
I've got nothing against you guys. You seem like good people. Is people the right word? I don't want to be
For the most part, yes.
beings. Do you prefer? I don't want to.
Citizens of Geb.
Citizens.
I'm not
That's
concerned with your petty titles.
Anyway.
No, Stump. You've got papers here. And I pull out Stump's papers.
Juice has the file facts of everybody's information.
Smacks the hood. Smacks his hood. This baby can go for miles. Here's the Carfax.
I have a hood.
You don't have a hood on your robes?
But not those kind of robes, Luke Skywalker.
Most robes have a hood like that.
They're
So
not robes, they're vestments, and it's a monk outfit, like fucking Ryu.
Yeah.
I'm not Jin Kazama over here with a fucking goofy looking flame hood and pants with fire coming up one side. No, man. Just like a gi. It's just a gi over a suit of armor. It looks rather silly.
I was gonna say. Don't
And
say
it's-
that what I'm saying sounds silly.
It's stained with blood and viscera, and it's never been washed. It's just a filthy, filthy gi
I don't have a nose, it doesn't matter.
on top of a suit of armor.
so what you're saying is you imagine that Geb will attack our nation if we take some of our people back.
Attack your nation, I do not know, but perhaps they will fight you tooth and nail just because you're here, interrupting and stealing from them.
Hmm.
Yeah, you may. I mean, you're here now, but you may not be here when you leave, if you know what I mean.
I would say it depends on the number.
I believe that if anyone found out you were here and trying to take things from the kingdom, they would object.
Are you going to tell anyone?
I do not care what you do. It is impossible for these stone women to mean any less to me.
It's not that we would tell anyone, it's that there's someone who is magically linked to these statues who might immediately notice if any are tried or forcibly moved. I don't have a solid like answer on whether or not she would notice, but I'd say best guess is she would figure out real quick. Oh, the statue that's been here for 10,000, however many years. I don't know. I wasn't fully paying attention. Um, but
History class
however,
is boring, I understand.
Years.
yeah.
Years. You could just say years.
Then the statue that has been here for years, that I know like the back of my hand, is suddenly not here. I guess it just got up and walked away. Like, I don't think that's gonna happen.
Also, she can animate them, so I wouldn't know how far the range on something like that would be. Perhaps she lets you load them all onto your ship and then animates them, and they murder you all. It would be glorious to watch, but I do not think you would appreciate it.
So, you're fine. Look, I'll deal with whatever comes. I just, if you'd not interrupt our trying to give our people a proper burial.
I think I speak for all of us when we say we do not care what you do with these statues. They are meaningless to us.
For the most part, he's right. We don't. What you do with your corpses is your business. Yeah.
Fair enough.
You will not have trouble from us. I am just warning that there may be trouble involved. And I do want you to understand that it is not our doing.
Right. No, I just, I know that we see differently about what to do with our dead, but, for our nation, we've lost hundreds of people in these fields for years, and none of their families have had the closure. We just want to give as many people closure as we can.
Would it be possible to get some other form that you could perhaps bargain for, like a piece of clothing or their dog tags or whatever, to bring back to give
They're
them
fucking
closure?
dog tags.
They're stone, man. It's all, everything on them is stone.
Have you not understood the multiple times we have told you that there is a woman who animates these creatures?
Yep,
Perhaps,
but
when
there's
animated, you can get the pieces off.
no, that's not how that works. Still
Have you seen
stone.
it happen?
Still stone, man.
Are there not spells to fix that?
I do the hit things. I don't do the magic. Maybe one of our healers could do something. But it could take time to figure out. I mean,
Well,
if you're
it
not
seems-
going to interfere, then that's great, and we'll do our thing. And if somebody tries to hurt us or come after us, that's on us. We won't out you. Just kind of wanted to make sure you weren't like gonna write a letter and have somebody descend upon my camp and hurt all my people, because that would like put a damper on our relationship.
No, we will not write letters. We will not tell anyone who may be in power that would want to destroy you. Not that we have connections like that in the first place. We are simple adventurers and problem solvers.
You totally have connections like that.
She doesn't need to know that.
Well, then you need to roll a deception.
It's not gonna be great.
Uh... Oh, there you
Oh.
go.
Ah! You can't tell if a robot's lying.
All right. Well, thank you. I have some things to attend to, and she leaves.
Well, thank you for your time,
Mhm.
Madam Celestial. We will.
Was she a good celestial or a bad celestial? Well, I guess you can't be a bad celestial, right? Well, I guess you could.
Yeah,
could
why
definitely-
couldn't you be an evil
There's-
aligned Slayer? Yeah.
There's
Evil
gonna be
god.
some evil
Um,
celestials in there.
I mean, it just
Can
says
I-
holy.
Can I sense motive
Are on the Celestial or on Rhino?
on the Celestial?
Sure.
Oh, right. I think they got rid of alignments in
Oh, yeah.
the rework. They changed it to like two.
Would
vague
you are you
things, like,
rolling as
wouldn't
Lydia, or
work.
would you like to roll as Juice? Because you
Oh,
for sure just rolled as Lydia.
And I can also.
Yeah, you don't think that she was fucking with you at all. Like, you think that she was there to get her people back, and she really does not care if Geb comes after her for it.
Do we care about doing something about this problem?
no,
should
they
we
they
search
they
out
they
someone else?
declined help. There's nothing for us to
Fine.
fix here.
I look around with my keen vision for anybody else who looks like they might be worth talking to.
As we're walking away from her, I'll be like, watch out for Geb and his turn everything to stone ability.
Can he
Yeah.
still do that? I don't know where shit is.
I don't see why not. He did it once. I imagine he's had a long rest.
Yeah, real long one.
Okay, so if you guys want to wait till the next day, you can spar and get the +1. Otherwise, you can kind of just search around the camp.
Sure. I'll spar unless there's
I'll
something
spar.
Okay.
for us to, with your scythe. Scythe sparring sounds awful.
Lydia could loan you a weapon.
Yeah, but then I get +1 with that weapon.
Yes. It's got to be his
That's not gonna
scythe.
help me against
Well,
when I go to whip out my hedge
do you
trimmer.
know how many fucking weapons she has that she doesn't use?
Does she have a hedge trimmer?
No.
Does she have a scythe?
No.
Got a scimitar.
She's got
That's
a
not-
short sword she
oh.
doesn't use. She's got another +1 rapier, a dagger, 24 daggers. I'm sure she could loan you one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't use daggers.
All right. Did you guys want to camp here tonight or go back home and camp? It won't. It's not going to kill your travel either way. You can go back to your fancy tent and camp.
Where are we going tomorrow?
You're gonna come here and spar.
Oh, then we'll just stay here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. All right. So it is. Let's see. So you do one whole intense day of training, and it gives you a +1 status bonus on damage rolls until the end of the chapter. You don't actually have to like fight these people. You just like spend the whole day doing it and get it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, my whole fucking document just messed up. Oh, this is not great. Oh, shit.
Well, it's a good thing it's almost 9 o'clock, so we can take a break if you're
Yeah,
tied up.
that'd be good. How about a quick break?
Yeah.
We'll be right back in like 10 minutes or so. Hey, we're back.
Sound more excited.
Oh, we're back.
We're back.
Yeah, so you guys get a +1 to 1 weapon of choice. I'm gonna need you to tell me what that weapon is. And then add that to your shit. And it is just for the
Juice?
remainder of the chapter.
Juice is going to be Granny's hedge trimmer.
Yeah.
Did it have to be a melee weapon?
I'm gonna say it can be 1 weapon.
Well, then I'd like to apply it to my.
Near the launcher.
Yes.
Your grenade launcher?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Good choice. I'll do my hand wraps.
Okay.
I guess. I guess I'll do. And it's just a hit?
It is shit. I just posted it in Discord for Ginger. Damage. +1 status bonus on damage to 1 weapon.
Damage, okay. My damage is garbage with every weapon, but I guess we'll stick it on the dog slicer for me.
Okay.
And unless she's,
I'll let her choose.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's probably gonna go with the rapier, knowing her, but
Yeah. I'll let her pick whichever one she wants it to be.
yeah.
That's why I posted it so I didn't forget to tell her. Alright. The game is yours.
Glad I could help.
Right.
Well, if these people don't really need help and they're just gonna grab some people and go,
I'm just gonna let them go do that. And be off to the side on my own.
Well, we did all the training, right?
Yep.
So it's
Yeah.
basically the end of the day. We spent a whole day there.
Mm-hmm.
So we should just go back to camp and rest and whatever and figure out what we're going to do tomorrow.
Okay. We're gonna call this camp.
Hey.
All right. While you guys are chilling at camp in the evening, Karesna, as you guys will remember, as the lady with the sunglasses who commanded the stone thingies, is going to kind of show up on the outskirt of your camp. And
Oh, look, the Medusa lady is here.
let's see. Yeah, and so she's gonna kind of stand off and gauge how you guys react to her. But she'll say hello. Is it okay if I approach?
Yes, come in. Would you like tea?
No, not quite but thank you, very kind. And she'll come kind of close, but not overly. How's your time in the field?
Dangerous, but quite safe. You know, it feels kind of like home.
You've been to the salt mines, I see, in the ridge.
Yes. We had a little a run in there, but nothing we couldn't handle.
What's brought you all here?
Hags.
Hags.
Yeah, to be specific.
Well, a hag.
Well, you know, all of them in general, but yeah, specifically this one.
What one?
She goes by Iron Tava.
Oh, yes.
She's missing a finger.
Yes, no, I know her.
Yes, we had previously dealt with her and
Mhm.
thought we had been done. But come to find out, we were quite mistaken,
Mm-hmm.
and now we are here to correct our mistake.
Yeah, I recently met her as she traveled through.
Travel through. You wouldn't happen to know in which general direction she went? Maybe?
I could show you after you get rid of those people over on the ridge.
Yes, the group over, and he points towards like the lake, towards the lake. They are about to pack up and go. Their situation has been, let's say, taken care of.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The group over here, and he points to the other direction.
Mm-hmm.
They aim to take about 1 to 200 of the stone figures out. Is that a reasonable thing to do?
Ah, I really don't give a shit what they do. I want them gone.
Well, then
Oh.
perhaps you could assist them in their quest.
That's not gonna happen. I don't want them here. I want them gone.
Right,
Oh.
but if you give them
Yeah.
the scissors, they will leave.
No.
Mr. Junkman, I
But
believe
you
what
do not mind if they take the sisters.
correct.
No, I don't give a shit what they want to do. I want them gone.
Oh, could we give them the statues?
No, they're kind of mine.
Ah,
That was the
so
clarification
they
I was looking for.
right. If they can't take the statues, and we can't give them the statue, and they won't leave without the statue, I believe we only have one choice. Party?
Probably murder.
Murder is exactly the answer here. However, you could
Oh.
do it yourself with the 500 statues you have
Do
here.
you have anything that could help us against the celestial?
That actually
Because
is
they won't
Have you-
leave if the
concern.
celestial stays, and I don't know if I can quite.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hang in here with me. If I thought murdering them would work and wouldn't provoke more of them to come here in vengeance, don't you think I would have done that?
Well, yeah.
Okay, so you've
But
gone
you're-
there. You've gone there, and they're starting to like you, yes? Like they're letting you come and go, they're being nice to you.
They haven't tried to kill me. No. Yeah.
Right. Has any of them consulted with you, asked your opinion on anything?
Yes.
No.
They asked our opinion on whether or not it would be a good idea to take the statues.
Oh yes.
And we did tell them probably not.
So they're telling you their plans, you're gaining their trust. Don't you think maybe if you just keep like gaining their trust, you can just advise them to get the fuck out of here?
Oh, we did that.
Not very well.
She has a point. Maybe we didn't do the best job of that, but we could redouble that effort. We are good. We are good at fixing things. That's what we do.
I love how you sound like you're trying to convince me, but really also sound like you're trying to convince yourself. Like, oh, man, I mean, we are the fixers. This is what we do. Like, what? When did we become the fixers and not the hag exterminators?
Well, it's one and the same job. Really.
All right. Yeah. Sure. Let's go try not to murder them and see what more we can do. I don't know how else we can gain more trust at this point, other than to just keep saying, "Hey."
I think I have a thing for that.
Oh. Well, at least somebody does. I don't think I do. Actually, maybe I do. Do I?
I know that I'm gonna mispronounce this because I'm gonna go phonetic.
I'm going to, when we get back to camp, I'm going to use my my bountiful cauldron to create a very delicious meal.
She'll tell you that that's the kind of vampire that Iron Tava was turned into.
A Vitellarana vampire?
Yes.
Iron Travail was turned into a vampire?
Yeah.
A Vitellarana vampire.
That clashes directly against my my Cell Rao ancestry, so now I have to kill her. Because, ancient bloodlines don't mix. There's only one big dog in town. And Juice flashes his cloak.
There's only one big dog in town.
Because the rest of the cloak looks
His
really
name is
cool, and he
Fender.
thinks he's awesome doing it.
And then
And
it
then-
says juicy.
Juicy.
It's gonna look really dope when it's diamond encrusted, though. Just wait.
No, it won't.
Mm.
No, well, diamonds don't look much different than rhinestones.
It's more economical to have the right stuff.
Yes, but it shows your status and wealth if you get the diamonds.
You can't fucking tell from 5 feet away.
But you'll be able to tell when he cuts a glass window open with his cloak.
Who does that?
Juice.
Juicy.
And Lydia's gonna think it's the coolest fucking thing ever.
And Lydia's going to get a cloak that says blender on the butt.
No, it's gotta be a leather jacket. That's so much more Lydia's style.
Yeah.
Well, like a 50s greaser jacket?
Yeah.
Those thick
Mhm.
metal ones with all the buckles on it.
It's where she can hang all her knives.
Gonna need a trench coat for that.
I think it's a little watered down.
What does have more water?
How dare you? I think it's a little. Excuse the fuck out of me.
I was
You better.
I was tasting.
You better.
I was doing a tasting.
Your
Mm.
style's a little watered
I
down.
was doing a
Just
tasting for man
saying.
meat.
Phrasing.
The only one who tastes man meat around here is you.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes.
I was gonna say something else, but I remember we're live on the internet.
Oh no. Oh no, don't say something dirty on the internet.
You
Oh my
no.
god.
Or-
Oh my stars and garters. What would happen to us if you said a dirty thing on the internet?
I know that you've been trying to steal him from me because of the cooking, but it's not gonna happen.
you don't know that.
I do, and this is the homemade lemon juice. Lemonade.
Oh,
Homemade lemon juice is
you
a
see
different
that
thing.
man meat? She doesn't even know what you gave her.
Very
Look,
tick.
it's okay. I can also cook very well, and I'm near an urban center and not the fucking shore or the city where everybody pretends it's 1775 anymore.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's all. She tells you that, and she's there very briefly, and then she leaves.
I would like to. Ooh, maybe change some spells. Ooh, maybe there's a spell that.
Yeah, you should probably. I mean, we're here. We're gonna long rest because we're at camp.
Yeah.
So if you need to change your shit up, now's the time to do it. I want to punch something. I haven't punched anything all game.
It's an RP session if you haven't caught on.
No, I noticed. What else can we do to make these people like us?
It's pretty much what you're down to now that you've done the side questy shit is pretty much the same thing. As the last place, like you can help around camp with chores or like Juice said, cook a meal. stuff like that.
Hmm. I mean, I could do some medical stuff, see if anybody needs patching up.
Yeah.
I've got a pretty good medicine skill. Fucking talk shop with the Celestial. I have really good religion. Though I do not think she would like my the cut of my jib.
Let's see. Yeah, you could help patch up some of the people that have been like wandering around the field looking for stuff.
Sure. Yeah. I'll make sure they hydrate and get them some little buckets of water for their feet, some Epsom salts.
Yeah. Give me a couple medicine rolls.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So you help clean up people's rolled ankles and scratches and burns from being out in the sun, and
I'm kissing boo-boos left and right.
yep. You tell them, don't whine like a little bitch.
Oh, yeah, no.
It's just a flesh wound.
Next, meatbag.
Let's see. After the day you spend, helping heal up and being accessible to them for medicine and shit, you guys now have full access to the armory. Which gives you access to common weapons and armor up to 10th level. You also get green ribbons and insignias marking your affiliation with the Green Blades, which is them. This gives you a +1 bonus to intimidation checks made against the Zenetians, which are the people that are leaving.
The people who are leaving?
Yeah. People who left, yeah. Great. Was trying to really intimidate them, so this is going to be real useful.
Hey, come back here. Grrr. Okay, leave.
Mm-hmm.
Say hello, Gatsby.
It's the equivalent to standing there and be like, yeah, walk away. That's right.
Yeah. Oh, it's so bad.
Just fucking yelling at someone's back as they go over the horizon. Yeah, that's right. Told you to leave. Better leave. Oh, God. I got some marked playing cards. I could teach people how to gamble. Like, fucking.
I'm pretty sure they've got that under.
I could teach them how to cheat. I teach the Celestial how to cheat at cards.
Yeah, this place, this middle area is like always covered in people. It's always busy, it's always bustling. At night,
like an infestation.
Yeah, at night it's like it's always drinking and eating and lively.
I'll as they're drinking and lively and all that funness, I'll just provide background music, and while I'm doing so, I will make discreet inquiry. Blah, 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 blah.
Discreet inquiry.
Discreet inquiry.
Alright, give me a performance check for your
Discreet inquiry.
show.
Probably good enough, but I don't see us getting into a fight at 9:30 at night, so I'm gonna try and do better than a 5 on the die. There we go. That's more like it.
Yeah, you even get a couple people up and dancing with you.
Yeah.
It's very far from discreet.
Well, no, that's not discreet. But the gentle asking of questions between songs.
Gently ask me a question.
Some as
Hey, why don't you get the fuck out of here?
So basically, I'll just ask. I'll actually, you know what? More than that, I will try and like talk to the general soldiers, not
Hmm.
the like the upper ranks or anything.
Yeah,
But
these
I'll just
guys.
be like, so who are these statues to you guys? Like
They're
it's been a couple generations, right?
they're our ancestors.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying you don't have like a personal connection to them, right?
They're mothers and fathers and grandparents, aunts, uncles.
Oh, they're already wait. They're some of your mothers and fathers. I thought this was like generations old.
No, remember you just helped Sheila get her mom and grandma?
Well, yeah, but I assume she was some sort of immortal of some kind. I don't know. To be fair, Clack thinks most people are immortal to a certain degree because he's just like, I can't seem to die, so apparently no one else can either.
I mean, were they elves? Because elves live forever. Like fucking 500 years or some shit like that, 1,000 years, some ridiculous number.
I don't think she was. Nope. She's humanoid. Nephilim.
Uh, yeah, I don't know. I'll just try and hide some questions. I'll try and gather information like I don't know. I don't know what information I'm trying to gather, to be completely honest. I don't know what other questions we have other than when will you leave? Can you leave sooner than, before? How do we get you out of here? But politely so that it doesn't seem like I'm being rude and I'm being discreet.
So are you actually trying to ask this or?
No,
Okay.
no. I'm just like I keep basically as I'm dancing around and playing songs, I just poke and prod and be like little questions like that, like, oh, so how tied are you, like you specifically to spare soldier number 13? I'm just like, how tied are you to this whole campaign, like, and just poke at the weaknesses in the ranks.
I mean, my entire family's been soldiers.
Right. But are they here?
Well, yeah.
Or
Yes, some of them are.
okay. See,
Yeah.
I didn't know that. And my condolences, and I'll just raise a drink with them. Not that I'll get drunk. It'll go through my bones, but I'll do it.
If you could stop wasting the alcohol.
I'm not trying to. It's just hard to get drunk when you're all bones. You have a surprisingly high constitution.
Does it just splash out between your ribs or?
No. I would like what I'd like to have is some sort of pocket in my pelvis so that it
Oh,
doesn't.
whoa.
Well, no, like a bladder. Like
Most
just
people have a bladder in their pelvis, yes.
Yeah, but this
Jack,
would
we
have
don't
to have
need to
like
talk about pelvis pockets.
this would have to have like an open top so that the liquid can just fall in there instead of you know dripping down my pants.
One, that's not how liquid works.
I
If
want it
you're
to
a
work like that.
skeleton and you're taking a
Oh.
shot, it's just going to shoot out the back of your neck.
I don't know, man. I'm trying.
If you take a sip, it's gonna hit like the back of your ribs, and your shirt's gonna get all wet.
His whole insides is just really a balloon animal of organs.
You know what he did is he got some cow intestine, and he sewed it into like a makeshift esophagus, and that goes down into his pelvic bladder.
I don't know. I like the idea of like a dog balloon animal being in the middle of his stomach better.
Well, balloon animals are sealed.
All right. I don't know. I was trying to do something with all of these feats that I have for a campaign where apparently they're supposed to be useful, but have rarely been useful. I'm supposed to be like a bard that is able to spy on people as they drink and do stupid shit, and I haven't been able to do it once this entire campaign.
Well, your skeletons can't drink.
No,
I
but
mean, I
I'm a
can,
bard.
but
I can sit around bars and talk to drunk people and ask them questions without them getting suspicious. That was my whole purpose.
Hmm.
And every time I ask these drunk people questions, they get real suspicious real quick.
Hmm.
you should just buy drinks and hand them off.
It's almost
Get them
like they're
extra
not really drunk.
I can't drink on a Wednesday. I have to get up for work the next morning. All right, so the
Yes,
next
you can, you coward.
no, really can't anymore. Too fucking old. The next morning, Rhino will tell you that you have at your disposal 2 Nawayan defenders to accompany you on any of your travels through the field. If you choose, they can either fight alongside you or they can stay at your camp and protect your camp.
We send them to kill her so they leave.
No.
I figured that wouldn't work, but it's a nice thought.
Can I go back and talk with
Yeah.
Armor?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Hey, I know we just came back, but I had a question. How long do you guys plan on staying here?
Until the mission is complete.
Oh, what if you couldn't complete the mission?
I mean, I don't know. That's like Rhino's deal. We just follow orders out here, man. Well, I mean,
Look-
why, like, do you know something that, like...
Yeah. Look, word has it. If you guys don't leave, rather quickly, there really won't be a mission anymore. The beings who control the statues, number one, claim right ownership of them, are unwilling to allow you to take so many, and will not compromise on this issue at all. This endeavor will, not to my dissatisfaction, because there will be a lot more corpses to reanimate. This will end with a lot of you dying and not getting what you want for a very, 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 very long time.
Okay, so... okay, here's the thing. Is like one of them and like a lot of us.
Right, you think that we spent and then like Juice like does like a flashback. How long and we fought how many? And
like
we were
at least 20.
And there was no end.
She kept summoning more. Like every single statue in these fields, she can then sick on you, and it does not matter that they are your ancestors. They will murder you.
Okay, but she doesn't own them. There are
Yeah.
people. There are citizens.
She
She
Own
makes the
their
difference. Yeah.
bodies to the degree where she can make them murder you. That does not change with your perception of ownership.
Okay, but what I'm hearing is we just need to kill her then.
You
That's the
have to go
hard
through
part.
all your you have to murder all your ancestors to get to her.
Have you talked to Rhino about this?
Not yet.
No, we've actually just come back. You're the first one I spoke with.
Mm-hmm. You might want to talk to Rhino about this.
Yeah.
This
because-
isn't, like I said, like, look, I this is what I do. I do the weapons, I do the armor, I prepare them for the things. I don't
Right, but
really...
they trust you. Could you write us like a letter of recommendation to speak on such an issue?
I mean, you've gained some influence with Rhino. She respects you guys. Like, look at those little green badges she gave you.
Yeah, but
doesn't-
we're not you. You're long-standing history here.
Yeah, look, I'm not gonna go in and say that to her.
Does it sound a bit unreasonable?
Well, I'm definitely not gonna go say that somebody else owns our ancestors.
Right, that would be hard for you to say. Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, I
Perhaps.
think just like refine your pitch, tweak your presentation, get some good visuals going on, and just go in there real confident. Just let her know what's going on. And see what happens.
I just look over, hearing visuals and being like, is she talking like fireworks? Or do you have like illusion magic that I don't know about?
Do either of you have illusion
Can-
magic?
Can you make pictures? Can you make pie charts?
You make moving graphs. And you set them to
This is
Vietnam era music as we watch them rise and fall and split. And can we put it on TikTok?
this is how many of you there are. This is how many of her there is.
Well, can't
and
we
this
just add
is
like
how many
pine cones?
troops she controls.
You just go pick up some rocks and be like, okay, these rocks represent you. These boulders represent them.
Oh, can you make pie charts? I'm really happy with that one.
But do either of you actually have illusion magic?
Ah,
I mean, I could prepare some, but not at the moment.
I
Do you need to take a whole other day to refine your pitch and prepare illusionary magic?
Well, perhaps I am saying, perhaps, if we could show them what we dealt with in the battle, and the only reason that it stopped was that she called them off. You understand?
So, technically, I have an illusion with which I can do that. The problem is, it might immediately kill her. I have Phantasmal Killer.
No, that I would assume would be
Hmm.
seen as an assault.
I
Mhm.
can tell her I'm casting it, and that it's just an image of what attacked us in the field. I can take away some of the fear ahead of time.
I don't think
based
that's
on
how the
their-
spell works.
Based on their will save, she might still end up dying.
Let's table that for now, as much as I am more than happy to kill these people. It would probably behoove us and cause much less damage if we were to find a more peaceful solution.
I understand, but you asked if I have illusion magic. That's my
Okay.
illusion magic.
So your answer is kind of. Got it.
Exactly.
What about you, Juice? Because I'm thinking,
You guys are in the pavilion tent just working on your pitch, okay?
Okay, this is fine. Yeah, no, that is the only spell I
Well,
have
I have
with
this
the illusion tag on it. Everything else does not. Oh. I don't think I can make a pie chart with Phantasmal Killer unless they're real scared of numbers.
I'm looking through all my arcane stuff. I don't know. Got
You
shift
think
blame.
that would
I've got
kill, like...
shift blame.
No, no. I was looking for, like, minor illusion. Well, I mean, I can just go and tell her the truth.
Yeah,
Stump is extremely
we don't.
matter of fact.
Yeah, we don't have to lie at all. You're gonna get your asses beat, and you should just cut your losses and get the fuck out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We will approach her
I'm not.
united to tell her that she cannot win this battle.
So I'll just
You
look
guys
at
want
the
me to
others.
enthrall her?
Mm,
I don't know if that's the route we want to go. Charm, maybe. But throne?
How about I summon a cozy cabin for her?
that might let her guard down a little, but other than that, I don't
I
see
meant,
how
I
well it
meant,
would
I meant
work.
dropping the cozy cabin on her.
If it was only her we had to worry about,
Oh, fair.
there's an entire army outside her tent.
Ah, we should have brought more undead. There's a good couple of zombies and a ghast when you need it. Ooh. Oh no, that's not gonna help.
Yeah, I don't. And this is just me talking. I genuinely can't think of a nicer way to say her perception of ownership doesn't match up with yours, and yours will get you killed.
I will walk into her tent. Where's she at? Where's this bitch at?
Wait.
I will walk into her tent.
I'm like, wait, hang
Nope.
on. And
Summon
I'm going.
dragon.
You're
I'll
too
grab
slow.
the back. I'll grab the back of his gi and just be dragged along by him as he's going along, just like, wait for the others.
His heels are just causing ruts.
Yep.
It's probably way. Listen, we just tell her the truth. If she has any sense, she will leave.
I understand. I'm just saying, wait for the others.
All right,
Now
I'm
we're all
going,
here.
going in.
And I don't have a better solution, so yeah.
She's hunched over her tactical map.
I'm gonna walk up and just put a hand on the map. Rhino,
Oh,
I
no.
need to speak with you.
Yes, Stump.
We have just had an encounter with the lady who controls the statues. Long story short, if you do not leave very soon of your own accord, she will destroy you out and out with an army of unstoppable statues. You will have to murder your ancestors one by one before you can get to her to stop her. I say this as a friend. I believe you should leave before there is a problem.
Okay, I think you're gonna have to do a deception roll on the word friend.
Why? We're friendly. She's as much of a friend as anybody else is to Stump.
Doesn't feel. That does not feel false. That does not feel like a deceive.
Roll diplomacy and see how well you can convince her.
Not gonna be
I
great.
will aid.
Yeah.
You might want to re-roll that.
Well, you know what? I do have a hero point, and it's close to that time, so I might as well.
No,
And
you
it's
didn't want to
worse.
re-roll that. I will. Yes, there we go.
You want to re-roll that?
Give it another try.
Hey,
Hey!
that's more like it. And
There we go.
With the aid, it's 31.
The idea of leaving our ancestors behind is a lot.
Your ancestors are already gone. There is nothing of them left. They are simply husks.
But if we could get them back, at least bury them.
The problem is that you cannot get them back. If you attempt to get them back, you will be killed.
What?
This is not an option of any other kind. You are tough. Yes, we have fought your soldiers. but they are many to your few. You will be destroyed.
What did the other group do to the statues you helped them with? What did it do to the statues?
They had a particular spell or ritual that they used, and it was only 2, not 200.
Did it bring them back to life?
No,
I don't remember.
I don't think it did.
Mm-mm.
It definitely did not. It was just a ritual of like their own piece,
Making
and
them
then,
not kill them or something,
I think it was just and I'll double check it, but I think all the ritual did was actually bring them their own peace. Like it was their way of
I don't even think
putting
they
them
took
to
the statues
rest.
with them.
They did not.
They performed some odd ritual and then left, and these statues are still at their camp. They did not remove them.
I don't think they even brought the statues to their camp. They just went out and did the
Oh,
ritual on site.
that's right. My memory
Yeah.
is shit. They just went to these statues and did a little kooky dance, and smoked some hashish and burnt incense, and then cried a lot, and then left.
I would suggest possibly making a memorial here for them instead of insisting on bringing them back. That way they still have a memory here for them.
I want you to imagine a situation, Rhino. Imagine that you had loaded all of your ancestors up in your cart, or whatever, your boat, your airship. I do not know how you got here. But you load them up and you are leaving. And right as you leave, they come to life and decide to tear all of your unsuspecting soldiers limb from limb in their sleep. You cannot fight that.
She sighs and leans over her map, and you kind of see her like really grappling with this idea.
I understand that it is hard to leave those behind that matter to you. But you have very little choice here.
If there are specific ones that you would like to say goodbye to, we could find them and we could do that. But I don't think they can't leave. Mainly because they're heavy, but also because
They will come
you'll
to life
die.
and kill you
Yeah.
with no remorse or joy.
You
But
don't
many
think
teeth.
you don't think that once they're out of her realm of influence, they won't animate?
This is not her influence. The spell was cast by a very powerful wizard. She simply has power to control stone. She is not the source of their condition. She is merely using it to her advantage.
From all that we've learned here over the last, I'm going to say 2 weeks, there's not bringing a person back from what they currently are. Especially because when we fought them, they had enhancements that were not human. They had very sharp teeth and claws. Some of them had wings. It does not seem like they are human any longer, even if they stop being petrified.
They are no longer who they were, and will never be again. The best you could do is leave a memorial for them. If you'd like, you could perhaps make a ribbon or something that we could hang on them when we find them. That is about all you can do. Anything more is likely to upset the strange lady, and she will murder you. She is barely tolerating your presence now. We have told her we will try to convince you that she will kill you and give you a chance to leave.
Okay.
This is the best we can do.
Okay, just I need some time to think about this.
Of course.
We will give you time. We will check back in with you the morning tomorrow at dinner, Wednesday at brunch. Doesn't matter. Just give us a time.
Tomorrow is fine. For now, go see Zalia. A shipment came in. There's some things for you.
Oh, well, thank you.
We appreciate your friendship and patronage. Stump leaves.
As he's leaving, Clack will just try, like, genuinely try to be nice and be like, I think your ancestors would only want you to do what you can and not do what you can't, and suddenly they don't have a lineage anymore.
She just kind of nods at you and turns and walks away.
Yeah, and I'll go the other way. Just, okay. Said my piece. You have your time now. And then, who was the person?
Over here. Juice's new
Yeah.
girlfriend.
Ah,
He's gonna get some tail.
Juice leaves
I mean, she
a
does have quite the
small
tail.
origami crane on the edge of the map.
Yeah, is that what he does?
Ooh, hello. Their stuff.
Victory plate.
Resilient full
Ooh.
plate. Oh lord, that's some heavy.
Ooh, I
fucking
need
shit.
that.
Some heavy armor.
Yeah, I just left it for the gold. I didn't really have anything great to replace it with.
Mm-hmm.
But I know somebody spends a lot of money in crafting materials.
Mm-hmm. It's worth half of 935 gold pieces. Oh no, wait, 675 gold pieces. The weapon potency would be great for either me or Ginger.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You guys can roll for that later.
I'll just ask her if she wants it. If she wants it, she can have it.
You gotta roll. You know.
I don't,
Need,
Gotta roll.
But to be fair,
need or greed.
I don't think she needs it. She does a lot of damage.
Well, the idea is to make it easier for her to hit and possibly even get a crit.
Is that what that does?
Yeah, it adds to her strike,
Plus one
to
item
her
bonus.
ability to hit.
Yep.
So it's a +2 to attack rolls.
Yes.
And it could be etched with 2 property
So,
runes.
To be fair, all the weapons that she currently uses all have +1 to their attack rolls anyways, so it would just be adding 1.
Hey, that's the difference between a crit and a regular hit.
True.
True.
Let me check one thing. Okay, so ultimately you're gonna end up convincing Rhino to go home.
Oh, good.
So you will, let's see. You gain 4 influence points with the celebrants. Let me,
Gross.
I know.
I mean, yay!
I'm opening up Ginger's so I can fix hers too. So that's a 9 there. Alright, and
4 points with the celebrants puts me at 14.
and you gain
Anybody else?
4 influence points with the Export Guild.
Okay.
And let me see. One more thing.
Hey,
Level up.
hey, we need to find some
Hey.
reanimators and get some rep from our own people.
Yeah, I'm more
Sure.
cool with the celebrants than I am with the
Yeah,
reanimators at the
right.
moment.
Reanimators, you should be at 11, and celebrants, you should be at 9.
I'm at 12 with the celebrants.
I'm
I
at
don't know why. I'll fix that.
11 for the celebrants. Oh, you know what? We did earn like for that party and stuff. Like sometimes we
Oh,
earn.
right. Yeah. I was able to hang out for most of the things, so I got a
Yeah,
lot of points
yeah.
for them.
Okay, that's right. That's why Ginger's is different. Okay.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because she fucking left.
You're right.
She got drunk and went on a robbing spree and fell asleep in like the back seat of a Winnebago or something.
She went nuts.
Stump just kept drinking because I don't think alcohol affects him properly. And doing the robot.
Okay. So you guys all get to level up, and next week we will start chapter 3.
Woo.
Which I can't wait for the end of, because I came up with some really cool custom items for you guys that I'm very excited about, especially Juice.
Ah,
Oh, hell yeah.
I made yours from scratch, Orc. It is not one that I found. So once you read it, we might have to like tweak some stuff, but I'm very excited about it. I think you'll like it.
mhm. When do we get these things?
It is your end of module
Ah,
item.
and the module. Wow, we gotta beat
Yeah.
the game first.
Yeah,
Okay.
you gotta beat this chapter. Yeah.
So like September.
No.
Probably before Halloween.
Just the chapter.
Didn't we beat this chapter? You mean the next chapter?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, not the
So
next book.
yeah,
Got it. It's like a month from now. Maybe mid-June.
So it's gonna be, the next couple are gonna be pretty battle heavy.
Okay.
Mm.
Well, that means I get to level Stump up to 10, my first double digits Pathfinder 2 character. That wasn't a one-shot. And, well, it's 10 o'clock, so
Yeah, I gotta.
thanks for coming, everybody. But, you okay?
Yeah, I don't know what spells to take. There's so many damn spells.
You got time. You got a whole week before you have to have it figured out.
Bet you what, though. Mine probably won't do damage.
You know, it is possible to take some that do damage.
I would love for that to be the case.
You can retrain spells, can't you? Like every race, they can all do that, right?
No, like not every cat, like some like sorcerers, like
Well, yeah, sorcerers, yeah, they're
oh,
born with the shit.
yeah.
It's just brain magic for them, but I think bards can retool
I
their spells
don't.
if they
I
need to.
think it's only like clerics, wizards, and druids that can.
Well, yeah, they get access to the whole book. They get access to all their spells. Wizards can switch shit up because they're wizards.
Yeah, because they're reading out of their book. They just. I don't think.
Right.
I
They have a
don't.
big book.
I have to look it up. I don't know if
I am a
bards can.
prepared spellcaster, so I can switch things up.
Oh, if you're a
Oh.
prepared
And
spellcaster,
you
then
can
yeah, you
learn new
can.
spells.
Yeah,
Like a
you can
spell
just
book,
change
right?
your bard spells.
Yeah.
Right. I'm just saying that most spells that I can learn don't do damage.
Oh yeah,
Like
your
the
spell list sucks. Okay,
the spell list that I have access to has access to like maybe 3 spells that do damage.
so just cast them at a higher level.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing with biting words continuously.
Hey, that was pretty effective last time you cast it.
Yeah,
It did end
did
up
a
working out in our
damage.
favor.
Did a pretty good amount of damage. But anyway, that's it for us for tonight. We have leveled up. We are level 10. Next time you see us, we will have new shit to tell you all about that we did that half of us will probably forget because we'll do it like 3-4 days before the stream. And you know how that shit goes. You play role-playing games, sometimes you don't remember what the fuck you took because you play a bunch of them and don't remember who's who and what's what. And trust me, I get Mal and Stump confused all the time.
We know.
I mean, they're both very
sometimes
similar
I get
characters.
Mal and stuff confused when I'm going to talk to him. Like,
Yeah.
and I have
Well,
to
everybody
be like,
just wants to talk to Stump. That's Stump is the best. You get the best conversations. We will be back tomorrow night with did we decide?
Helldivers?
I mean, I'll always
Labyrinth?
smell peppers.
I think Jack
Oh,
wanted
the
to do
hospital
Hospital
one.
666.
Hospital 666?
I
We
did
could do the
want to try
hospital
that
thing.
out.
We could try that out. And if it really sucks, we could just play some Valheim Ashlands or something. Depends on if
Exactly.
Ginger's feeling better or not and decides to come and hang out with us.
Uh-huh.
And then, well, we probably won't be doing anything Friday unless you get a special sneak attack or a Jack and Shiv Hell Divers episode. And then Saturday we come for fucking whatever. That's not planned out. You think we plan this shit in advance? The only thing we plan in advance is Wednesday and Sunday. The rest of it's up in the fucking air. You're just gonna have to live with that. That's just how we are. It's chaotic. It's how we roll. Anyway, and then Sunday we'll be back for Abomination Vaults, where who the fuck knows if we're gonna live through it this time. This is so goddamn deadly. Check out our Instagram and our Facebook and all that other stuff that we have. Check out the 2 podcasts that we do, and make sure to go check out our YouTube and our TikTok. Jack's been putting up a lot of shorts. Some of them are funny, and some of them are just informative. It's just like we tell you how to do your taxes and how to cook an egg and how to fold your laundry properly. Fitted sheet, that's coming up. How to fold a fitted sheet. Yeah,
Oh, I
that'll
can
be
do
out
that.
eventually.
Fuck
See?
that.
I knew one of us would know how to do that.
I do. When I got married, I quit being able to open a jar, but goddamn, can I fold a fitted sheet now?
You open a jar, you flip it over, and you smack the bottom of it like twice. Then it'll pop right open.
I know this. This is how I always opened jar, and then I got married and I couldn't fucking open a jar. And then I realized this is how society works and how they keep us married. But goddamn, can I fold a fitted sheet into a perfect little square?
That's fantastic. You'll have to, do a tutorial on that. I'm sure there's plenty of people who don't fucking know. Anyway, we'll see y'all next round.
Pull the lever, Gronk.